Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the supernatural horror film Pet Sematary. Now this is yet another adaptation of the Stephen King novel of the same name, because they had previously adapted this into a 1989 film of the same name. And I actually have that version right here like on video, which is part of like the Stephen King collection that I have. So yeah, it's been like a while since I actually have watched that particular version, but I am very fond of it, I remember seeing like Pet Sematary 2, the sequel, which had Edward Furlong in it, but I don't think it was like actually based on any kind of a Stephen King novel. And I actually still haven't actually read like the actual novel itself either. But this particular film is like an update and like I said, another adaptation of the story itself basically. So I don't know how much true this is to the actual story overall, or did they like change a lot of things about it, so I'm not really too sure. But the film is of course about like a family of like a husband and a wife and two kids, like a son and daughter, who moved to like a new location, and they found like this mysterious graveyard which is right behind their home inside these woods. And it turns out if you put like a dead animal or something like that within it, it'll bring an actual animal, even like a person. At one point, he put the character tries on the person, it brings a person back to life, like a human person. But if you put like animals in, it actually brings them back to life. Now the stars of this film are Jason Clarke as Lewis Creed. You also have Amy Semes, I think that's how you pronounce it, as Rachel Creed. You also have John Lithgow as Joe Crandall. And then you also have Ellie Creed. She's played by, I think, Jet Lawrence, I think. And you also had a younger brother too, who is Gage Creed, played by, I think, Hugo Lavoie and Lucas Lavoie. So he has like two brothers apparently playing that role. But the film itself really does focus around like the character of like Lewis Creed, who's played by Jason Clarke, because he's the father of the family. And I think like a doctor or something like that who specializes, in like surgery and all that kind of stuff. He's a doctor basically. But the film, like I said, it does start like very like entertaining. I like how like the flow of the pace of it, the way it's like going and stuff. And this is also directed by Kevin Koch and Dennis Widmeyer. I think that's how I pronounce it. Like when the film opens, it has like a nice pace to it, and you get to see like the characters and stuff and what's going on while the family moved to this location and so on. And then bad things begin to happen. Like their cat, I think Church, is like actually killed. You don't actually get to see how it was killed, but apparently something ran over like a truck or something like that. So apparently the cat was killed. And that's when they first tried this theory of putting the cat in the graveyard. They actually, like Lewis himself didn't really know about it. He just put the cat in his graveyard, because like this nearby neighbor known as Joe Crandall, who's played by John Lithgow, he actually suggested burying his cat Church in this pet cemetery. And then once they go to actually bury the cat, that's when Joe actually mentions to him that there's like a burial ground further ahead of the pet cemetery. I think like more high up in the mountains, and that's where he took and buries the actual cat Church, and that's where cat Church is actually resurrected. But once he comes back, you can tell off the bat that there's something wrong with this cat. When they're trying to clean the cat some, or when Elliot is trying to clean it and comb the hair and stuff, the cat hair is all like tight and like rough, like so you can tell right there's something that's wrong with it. It's not like a perfect cat. She didn't even know that her cat was killed. But yeah, as the story goes on, like I said, it's entertaining. But once that the main big, I guess you could say, big plot point of the film, and it's a spoiler alert, if you have never read the story, I guess, or seen any of the movies, or I guess anything, it's actually Ellie herself is actually killed, and that's when her father decides to actually take it to his own hands to take her to the pet cemetery and have her resurrected. Now that's where the film actually just falls apart, it's like it just falls apart. It's like a bunch of stuff that's just like it just doesn't like go together. How could they be doing this? How could they be doing that? It just doesn't make sense. How can you accept doing this? How can you just go ahead and just do something like that? It's just so out of the ordinary. But it is just like a simple horror film, supernatural. So you kind of actually have to accept that these things will happen. Plus, there's like this ghost, like of this like black dude that Lewis is always seeing. He's always seeing this ghost, of this like boy who's actually killed like an accident. It was actually like a boy that he couldn't save too, as well. After the boy was in an accident, he couldn't save him, But it's still like it was actually developed into something more was there, but they never actually finished off what it was, And then you also have Rachel Creed, who's played by Amy. She has like this past like background, like I think with like her sister or something like that, who's known as Zelda. Yeah, Zelda Goldman. and her sister was like deformed, like her spine was like damaged and like crushed or something like that, so she really couldn't move, and she actually got killed, like, you know, like in a flashback. And Amy, well, Rachel is always holding like a grudge, and she always felt guilty about what happened to her sister, you know. And like I said, it's okay. I thought the performances were pretty done very well. You know, like John Lithgow as Gerald Crandall, I thought he did a pretty good job. You know, Jason Clarke, you know, I thought all of them did their roles pretty good. Even like Ellie, you know, Jet Lawrence as Ellie, I thought she was pretty good. And the film is like very gory, like and graphic too, like horrific and stuff. It's like very like bloody, you know. But I could say once it got to that last act, like the first and second act were pretty good, you know. But once it got to the actual like last act of the film, it just boom. It's just like something I couldn't believe I just like fell off, you know. I mean, at the pace that it had kind of dropped, you know, you can actually drop this down like a grade level, you know. If I had that at a set level, I'd like boom, knock a whole level off, like a grade level, you know. But then I guess I recommend this for like fans of like the Pet Sematary, the original movie, or if you read the novel, you know. Like I said, I don't really know how close it is to the novel because I still haven't read it yet, you know. But yeah, I would definitely recommend for that kind of crew, you know, or if you're just a fan of like supernatural horror type films, you know. So in the end, like I said, I did enjoy it, and I'm still going to just give this a B-, Pet Sematary. I kind of want to give it a C, but I'm just going to give it a B-. And like I said, it was okay. The first and second act, I thought had like a nice pace to it. I like the atmosphere, the cinematography of the film was like awesome, you know. You really feel like you was in these woods, you know. But once it got to the last act, that's just when the film just fell apart, you know. So yeah, I'm giving it a Pet Sematary, I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.